Cafe, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration, explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways, call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners' participation program.
Talk today.
What's on your mind, Cayman? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. Cayman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host.
Good afternoon and welcome to Talk Today. As the intro says, if you're ready to talk, we're ready to listen. No guests in the studio, so we're ready to listen if you're ready to talk. Please stay tuned. Talk Today will be back shortly.
Talk Today is reminding you
to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
And now, back to Talk Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. I'm your host, Orrett Conner. Our phone numbers, our toll-free number, if you are calling from a Flow number that is provided by Flow, 1-800-534-8255, also 949-8037, 949-6990, WhatsApp 925-3261. No guests in the studio. Phone lines are open. And for those of you who are curious, we expect Dr. Steve Macfield to join us around about 1 o'clock this afternoon as well. I've been in contact with him. Meanwhile, let's look and see, what's happening, as far as events in the Cayman Islands. And there will be the non-political ones unless it's a commercial that is being paid for by a political party promoting any of their events. So we have a notice that the Youth Parliament Organizing Committee has authorized to be released, and the 18th Youth Parliament debates, they will take place this Monday, the 10th of March, 2025, at the House of Parliament, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning. This annual event provides a platform for young Caymanians to engage in legislative debate and policy making, equipping them with first-hand experience in the democratic process. This year's debate features 2 private members' motions selected and developed entirely by the students. They are a multifaceted approach to reducing the cost of living and ensuring economic relief for Caymanians, and the second one, implementation of a sex offender registry and enhanced victim protection measures. So those are the 2 issues that will be debated in our Youth Parliament on Monday, the 10th day of March 2024. And what no better time to have a youth parliament than an election year, as well. And I would imagine that such an occasion would also give rise to the opportunity for the powers that be, or those that are involved in this, in the organizing of this debate, will also advance and push the whole concept of being involved, registering to vote when you are eligible to do so as well. So huge opportunity, but also if you have an opportunity, please go out there and support our young parliamentarians, the youth parliament. Get out there, show them that you're interested in what they are concerned about as well, and also interested in what they have to say also. So again, that's at 10 o'clock on Monday, the 10th of March at the Parliament. The two issues that will be debated are, I will repeat them again, and they're private members' motions that have been selected for the Youth Parliament: a multifaceted approach to reducing the cost of living and ensuring economic relief for Caymanians. Quite obvious there that the feeling is that you can't use a cookie-cutter approach to this, because the issue has many facets to it. Therefore, there has to be a multifaceted approach to reducing the cost of living and ensuring economic relief to Caymanians. Also, implementation of a sex offender registry and enhanced victim protection measures. There are so many pros and cons in relation to a sex offender registry. And if you're a hardliner, you basically say, those persons should be exposed. If you are certainly much more liberal in your approach, then you may consider what are the other ramifications of having a sex offenders registry, how it would operate in a small jurisdiction as well. So again, my point is, please get out there and support our youth parliament on Monday, the 10th of March in our parliament building as well. Let's see what else that we have to share with you. There were a few other things that I had marked up for us to look at. Oh yes, here we go. So the WORC will be hosting district days for Cayman job seekers. District days starting on the 17th of March. But before that, let's see what WORC has said about it. And of course, the acronyms WORC stand for Workforce, Opportunities and Residence Cayman. So the district days serve as an essential platform for community engagement, with the primary objective of registering Caymanian job seekers to provide them with access to WORC's employment support services and sharing information regarding career guidance and training opportunities available. WORC has invited select businesses and organizations to participate in these district days events to offer opportunities for job seekers to gain insight into potential career paths while enabling employers to connect with prospective employees and apprentices. So the schedule starting on March 17th will be Bordentown at the West Webster Memorial Church Hall at 9 a.m. on the 17th. Now, this release talks about the fact that they will be, they have invited select businesses and organizations to participate in these district days. What I don't see here, and what I'm hoping that they will be doing, is that those businesses that are established, that are resident in the districts, they should be feature prominently in this district day. For instance, in the district of East End, we have at least two prominent tourist residential areas there. Will they be involved in the East End district day? Borden Town, there is a small tourist location there, but there are other businesses in Borden Town as well. So while it may be possible to involve the larger employers throughout the island, I would hope and trust that a lot of the focus will be on those businesses that are resident in the districts as well. Folks, we have to take a commercial break. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Easter vacation is just around the corner, and Cayman Airways has added multiple extra flights to some of your favorite destinations, some of mine too. Look here, they got seats available now for booking on extra Easter flights between Grand Cayman and Kingston, La Ceiba, Miami, Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and you can even catch a non-stop flight to Montego Bay for Easter. Check it out. You can visit CaymanAirways.com, contact a local travel agent, or call Cayman Airways Reservations on 949-2311. And don't wait too long though, because these extra Easter seats always sell fast. Be sure to add your Sir Turtle Rewards number to your booking so you can earn more miles for more free trips this year. Well, I know where I'm going. I'll see you on board a uniquely Caymanian airline for Easter.
Subway and Oreo has changed the dessert game. Introducing the Oreo Footlong Cookie, a full 12 inches of chocolatey, creamy goodness. It's big, it's bold, and it's here for a limited time. Perfect for sharing or not. We won't judge. Want it fast? Order ahead with the Subway Cayman Islands app for quick pickup and earn loyalty points, or get it delivered straight to your door with Bento and Let's Eat. Don't wait. Treat yourself today. The Oreo Footlong Cookie is calling your name. Subway. Eat fresh. Snack sweet.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Cayman, could it be you? Tortuga's 10K giveaway is back, and someone's walking away with $10,000 in cash. Every time you spend $25 at Tortuga, in-store or online at tortuga.ky, you get a shot at winning big. As well as $10,000 in cash, we've got thousands in giveaways to hand out every week. Think staycations, the latest iPhones, exclusive experiences, and more. Get in to win. Visit tortuga.ky for the full terms and conditions.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. No guests in the studio. Phone lines are open. I'm going to continue to share with you information about the 2025 district days that will be conducted by WORC. That is Workforce Opportunities and Residency Cayman. And they have several sponsors as well for it. So if you are a Caymanian job seeker, you can attend and register with WORC to 1, explore available work programs. They tell you look at what some of the work programs are. You can also utilize the job and payment portal that has been developed for WORC, and you can also receive assistance with employment and job readiness skills. They will help to prepare you for employment and job readiness skills. As I said earlier, community partners will be present to discuss career opportunities. You can register in order to register with WORC. So if you know someone or if you're listening and you find yourself falling in this category, please pay close attention. To register with WORC, you need to bring the following documents. You need to provide a valid picture identification. That's number one. You also need to provide proof of your immigration status, and that proof could include voter's ID, confirmation of Caymanian status, and other items as well. And you should also bring a resume with you. Resume speaking, of which will speak of your qualifications, your credentials, your experience, and talking something about you as well. So again, Monday, the 17th of March, it will be in Bordentown at the Webster Memorial United Church Hall from 9 a.m. until 12:30 p.m. On March the 19th, it will be West Bay at the John Gray Memorial Church Hall, same time, 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. On March the 21st, it will be in Georgetown at Constitution Hall, or if you're from the old school, then it's the Town Hall, Georgetown Town Hall, 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. For North Side and East End, it will be on March the 25th, North Side at the North Side Civic Center from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. and then East End at the Civic Center from 12:30 p.m. until 2 p.m. as well. So please continue to pay more attention to this. I'm sure that more will come to you, or we will continue to remind you right here on our Radio Cayman programs, about these events taking place in the various districts as well. I believe we do have a caller, so let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Not too bad. How many minutes I have?
What time is our next break, Miss Susan? We go straight up. No, this one, this works a little different from my show, and I know you're a big Sterling Dwayne fan. I know that. We go up until 1 o'clock before we take our next commercial break. No, not really. And then what time do we go from 1:30 to 2? Oh, okay. So we're going to have a break in 5 minutes. Sorry about that. I'm using up all your time trying to explain and still doing it wrong.
So, am I going to be able to hold on after the break?
If no one else is online, yes, we will accommodate you if we don't have anyone else holding. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed that no one calls.
Yep.
Yeah, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's been a long time, and I don't know how I'm going to walk this station knowing that Dwayne is not there any longer. So I'm tired of people asking me, what's going on? I can't hear you. And I'm like, boy, I've been sick, and I'm still sick, and now Dwayne is gone. So I don't know where I stand on Radio Cayman because I don't have no work permit. Getting you there, so I might stand no chance calling there no more. But anyhow, we'll just play it by ear one day at a time.
Yep, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, this election looks pretty crazy, and believe me, I'm not even thinking about it. And I got no plans on voting if I can help it because it's too crazy and looking pretty confusing. So that's all I have to say about that. But what I call you for is, the police officers, they give you a ticket when you're on your cell phone, right, if they catch you.
Mm-hmm.
And you imagine you're going to get a ticket for a cell phone, but yet you have your dog in your lap while you're driving, or you have a baby or a young child in your lap while you're driving or sitting on the console between the two seats and not a seatbelt or anything in that category. See where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
I can't understand what kind of laws and regulations we do have on this island. And then you can also have your dog sitting in the front seat, hanging his head at the window, and probably, I don't even think they got a seatbelt on. Is there any laws for our dogs in this island? I know in America they got to wear insurance for their dogs up there. I don't know what we got here.
I'm almost certain that there must be some provision of the traffic law that would cover things like that,
But we don't know if it's
right. It may not be as specific as the law is in relation to using a cell phone.
Yeah, but I mean, what is good for one is good for all.
I agree.
Now sitting in your lap while you're driving and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how a father and a mother can do that to their child, the pain they went through to bring that child in this world, and then they're going to take recklessness, having that child unsecure in their vehicle. It is crazy. And these homeowners that got these little dogs, house dogs, they're walking them left, right, and center, and they're messing wherever they want, wherever they are. And 95% was being left there. Even the sidewalks that is out of cement. I'm going to call it out. The white folks are walking their dogs and let their dog do their thing on the sidewalk and leaving it right there and going about their business. I mean, what about us that want to walk the streets or ride the sidewalk? Or what about the children who wants to go outside and play, go walk in a number two, especially from a dog? It's bad enough if you got chickens to deal with. But if you got a house dog or any kind of dog and you know that's not right, why not you picking up behind your dog or making sure that dog going wherever it has to go to do what it have to do? You understand? I mean, we're just too lawless. We are just too lawless, and we got all of these people running now, and I don't know what all of their manifesto is going to be, and are we going to be able to get a manifesto from these individuals? This thing about online, this and online, that. What about our seniors that knows nothing about online? I am just barely learning online.
So you're talking about getting a hard copy of a manifesto,
That's right,
as opposed to an electronic one.
Exactly, and they would always give out a hard one. What is so secretive about now having a manifesto and doesn't want to bring it out in the public? They want to do everything online? Let me tell you something. If this voting goes down right, I take my hat off to all of them who get in and sorry for all those that can't get in, because everybody can't get in. But I really think that we gone overboard. I think we got like 60 odd people running.
59.
As I said, by this week you have 60. And everybody can't get in.
Yeah, no, you can't have any more because the nomination period is over. You could end up with less because a person can withdraw, but no more can be added now.
Oh, I just tell you that the things that's happening here on this island, it is just, we need some serious changes. And I'm not hearing Well, you know, they all just come and say you're not ahead for much. But they got any surprises for us, what they got to try to do to protect us from this and from that and make things a little bit better for the people who's living here? Is it all about a paycheck? Or is it all about dressing up, going to the fancy dinners and having these big old galas and these big old fancy hotels?
Okay, caller, I'm going to interrupt you there to ask you to hold on so we can take the commercial break, and then we will resume with you as soon as the commercial break is over. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back. Talk Today will be back shortly.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Did you know ordering your favorite sandwich from Subway just got easier? Yeah, picture this. No more waiting in line. No more fussing with cash. Just a delicious taste of Subway at your fingertips. With our new app, ordering your go-to sub is as easy as a few taps on your phone. Plus, receive exclusive deals and earn loyalty points with every purchase made on the app. Download the new Subway app today and get ready to ditch the lines and drive straight into your flavor. Visit the App Store or Google Play Store on your mobile phone and search for Subway Cayman Islands. Subway. Eat fresh.
I work hard each day. I'm a mother, sister-in, daughter, wife, cook, and everything in between. I know that no matter what, I have to be the woman I need to be. And that's why I choose Curves for that time of the month. When the pressure is on, I know I can rely on Curves sanitary napkins to keep me dry and comfortable all day and night. Affordable and available in cotton or silk. With Curves, I can be the woman I need to be all the time.
Strong, resilient, beautiful. Be the woman. Curves.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. If you're going to invest in an exotic pet, choose anything but a Norwegian forest cat. Apparently, they will eat all your jewelry. Before you know it, you're racing to the vet when your cat escapes from his carrier and lunges for your earrings. You crash and your cat swallows your pearls. But if you're smart, you'll have CG Motor Insurance and get the best comprehensive coverage for the price.
Get the best comprehensive coverage for the price. CG Britke. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. We have a caller on hold. Caller, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go right ahead.
Yes. Well, as we all know that the government is closed down now. I'm looking forward to a new government with half of us in there now. And I wonder how much has gotten done with this government that is exiting in another couple of weeks. Because when you go on Walker's Road there on Denham Thompson Way, there's a road there that has a corner to it. And on that corner on the left-hand side to get into that road, got about 4 or 5 cars parked up there. Look at it, they just sits there and not being driven. And as you go further down on the road there, you got boats that is almost blocking people's exit and entrance into their own property. I don't know what in the world people are thinking when it comes to their neighbor, when it comes to making it so difficult for them to get in and out of their yard when you know that you're just as much human and you pay just as much of an expense to live where you live. We got no regards and no respect for each individual, and that is so wrong. And we have this house just closed down, and where were those representatives? They did a grand walk to see was anything else that they could get done before the house closed down last week. I don't think so. And that's not just there. Many other streets where stuff is just hanging around that needs to be cleaned up and put in a proper place, if there's any proper place for it, knowing that instead of Cayman getting bigger for the population, or see, Cayman is getting smaller and smaller because then we're all up in each other's face now when we go anywhere. You understand? You can't go to the grocery store comfortable. You can't say, excuse me, to look at you like you're crazy. And believe me, I am one of them, when I say, excuse me, and you look at me like I'm crazy, let me tell you something. I have the last word when those things happen, where you go, But I would love to talk about the turtle farm, but I'll probably have to call back. I just want to say a few words about the turtle farm.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
As long as you're not telling us that the price of meat gone up again. I'm only kidding.
Nothing about the turtle meat. Nothing about the turtle meat. I got a family file to the turtle farm this week here, and it was a round trip. And when a taxi driver take them to the turtle farm that I know of, because things are changing now, and they're not even notifying us. And they'll give them a discount because the taxi driver brought them to the turtle farm. Okay. So the people told me that they bought their tickets online. I said okay. So now it couldn't be done because the tickets are already bought online, and the tickets were $21 per ticket. And the counter, it is cheaper than $21. Why when someone go and book online for the same place and they just to do a ground tour, not the real everything? Just what do you call it? Just a tour of the ground of the turtles. You can go so far no more because got two parts to it, right? The other part you got to pay more.
Okay.
So they're just doing the regular little ground tour, and it's cheaper at the turtle farm than it is on the line. I want to know why that is possible. We just got to stop what we're doing because then we are the people who messing up tourism. And when I say we, the business people, not the taxi drivers. The taxi drivers hell on a daily basis saying we are the one mashed up tourism. But it's the businesses who's mashed up tourism. You hear me? And they got 2 parking spaces down there for disabled car vehicles and a drop-off and a one that has no spot, nothing written in it. So when I go there, everything was taken up except for the drop-off spot. This gentleman that doesn't work at Turtle Farm, when I'm walking with my people, got to haul around and tell me I can't park there. So I looked around and I said, what did you say? You can't park there. I said, sir, give me a few minutes. I'll be back shortly. So I went and I put my people inside of this turtle farm, right? So I come back outside now to ask this man what the problem is. And one of the staff at Turtle Farm was sitting there with his uniform on, and this other guy had no uniform on because he was doing a tour in a bus. Look, he just came from picking up crabs. And I'm not afraid to tell nobody that. To be touring the visitors that come into our island in such an unpleasant appearance. And when then the Turtle Farm staff, he going to get up now and go and sit elsewhere now. Like he doesn't want to be no part of this conversation I'm going to go and have with this individual, right? So I go to ask the man and said, what happened? Then he got like tight tongue, like, right? And then this visitor came out of nowhere saying he needs a taxi. Now, the Turtle Farm man never tried to help him. And then another Turtle Farm man came up, and the man that was doing the turtle see that tour, he told the guy, he said, okay, I'll take him down to the public beach where he wants to go. And he's there whispering to the guy, how much it cost to take him to the beach, public beach. So he took him down to the public beach. So he came back. And when he came back, then I was in his spot. So he was parking in the drop-off spot. Now, he got to tell me that is only for handicapped people. I said, let me tell you something. I got my sticker. I tried my very best not to break no law on my island. I got to live here. And the guy Guy came back and he was out there sitting with his people, and the guy that worked at Turtle Farm, he got up and went murmuring and got make someone that don't work Turtle Farm talk to me in regards to coming there and parking and bringing visitors to Turtle Farm. Let me tell you something. I've already made up my mind with the little incident down by the Dolphin. I ain't got no plans on taking anybody back to Dolphin unless they really want to go Dolphin. I'm going to boycott that as much as I can, and I'm going to do the same thing for Turtle Farm. Because let me tell you something, OC. Everybody's talking about a cruise ship, but they're not talking about how they are damaging all the piece of product that we do have. They are doing it within their own companies and not even telling you and not even realizing that they are doing it, and they are doing it. And when you get there, it's a surprise for the visitors and for the taxi drivers. I'm not taking no foolishness from none of them out there. None of them. Because they need to work on the product before they talk about building a pier. They need to make sure the staff is in proper uniform. Who's coming out there doing tours for companies instead of coming there looking to go and look for crabs or a turtle or whatever the case may be. And so unpresentable. That's what I need to go and talk about. Make sure that who's driving for people look presentable, and what they're driving in looks presentable, and they know something about the island, not sitting on a tear open and looking like a poor man that came out of the bush-looking crabs. Can you imagine?
Yep.
That's what we got put up with in Cayman. But you know what's true? I'm getting kind of hot right now, so I'm not going to say no more to you.
Well, just make sure you stand your ground. You don't have to stand it as defined in Florida legislation, but stand your ground.
Ground as long as I can trust me, and I try to do this professional as possible, and what I know about my island and how I think it should be run to a degree. I'm going to stand up for my country, because I have nowhere to go. And I'm not going to tolerate nobody that come here and disrespect me and my country.
Yep.
My country, my island.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. We will have Dr. Steve McFeel on with us later on as well. If you're interested in calling back, please do so. Are we ready for the break now, or a little bit little early? We'll remind our listeners that if you want to call us toll free and you're calling from a flow phone, you can call us at 1-800-534-8255. Also, we have two other landlines, 949-8037, 949-6990. Our WhatsApp number, 925-3261 as well. If you just simply want to follow us, you do that by subscribing to Radio Cayman live stream. And don't forget, we are on Facebook as well. Okay, folks, Talk Today will be back shortly. Please stay tuned. We're going to a commercial break.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Message us at 925-3261 on WhatsApp today. And get active with Radio Cayman.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
We give you honor and praise, adoration and glory.
Radio Cayman.
Praise time.
Praise him, praise him. Come and let's praise the Lord. Come and let's praise the Lord. Praise him in the morning and in the evening. Oh, let's praise the Lord.
Praise time in the morning.
Praise him, praise him.
Weekdays 6 to 6:30 a.m.
Radio Cayman, waking you up.
Rock my soul in the blues of my favorite. Rock my soul in the blues of my favorite.
Praise time.
I know he cares. He'll always be there. Oh, yeah. Praise him, praise him, praise him.
Praise time.
Set your clock for 6 a.m. or you will miss it. Since 1976.
Covering Grand Cayman, Low Cayman, Cayman Bright.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
With a look at your latest headlines, I'm Jevi Ebanks. As the school break ends, the National Road Authority urges drivers to exercise heightened caution in school zones and at crosswalks. With flashing school zone lights indicating a reduced speed of 15 miles per hour, strict compliance is mandatory to protect pedestrians. Fines will be enforced for speeding, and drivers must yield to pedestrians at crosswalks. The NRA emphasizes the collective responsibility of all road users to maintain a safe environment as the new school term begins. For detailed information on the school catchment areas and road safety regulations, visit caymanroads.com. The U.S. Coast Guard has seized approximately 12,470 pounds of cocaine, valued at around US $141.4 million, during operations in the Caribbean Sea, resulting in 6 interdictions and the arrest of 17 individuals facing federal prosecution. These efforts, part of the Coast Guard's mission to secure maritime borders, highlights the collaboration with international partners in disrupting drug trafficking routes. In other regional news, Bahamas Air has confirmed an incident involving a flight attendant at an airport in Haiti on the 1st of March, leading to an internal review and cooperation with local and international authorities. Reports suggested that a flight attendant escaped back to the Bahamas before detention, with the airline maintaining stringent security protocols while monitoring the situation. That is your latest headlines. I'm Jevi Ebanks.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask? Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Forward, forward, forward with BPM.
Cayman, the time for proven stable leadership is now. Join me, Joey Hugh, at the PPM campaign launch, Saturday, March 8th, 7 p.m. Compass Green. Meet the team, hear the vision, be a part of the movement. We're moving forward. See you Saturday, March 8th, Compass Green, 7 p.m.
Moving forward with BPM.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands. Hinton Roxroy Connolly was born in Creek, Cayman on 9th of September 1937. Fondly known as Big H to his family and friends, both a sailor and electrical technician with 5 years at sea and 29 years with cable and wireless, in January 1960, Big H married Cicely Dilbert of Creek, Cayman and had 5 sons. In October 1976, he was united in his second marriage to Francine Porter of Spot Bay, Cayman and they had 1 daughter. Big H was a part of the band Eddie and the Beach Boys, and in August 1977 traveled to New York, where he recorded and published his album, A Quick Drink by the Pool Bar. Big H could always be found at the Hilton, his backyard kitchen, which he built in the late 80s, to house in yams and cassava he cultivated on the bluff, later converting it into an outdoor kitchen which was named the Las Vegas Hilton. Big H spent the majority of his time at the Hilton, and you would find him playing his guitar and singing his heart out while sipping on his 345 beers. He was known for having many cook-ups with his famous beef and pork. On the evening of Wednesday, 18th September 2019, 9 days after celebrating his 82nd birthday, Hinton passed away peacefully at the Health City Hospital in East End, Grand Cayman. He was the proud father of 6 children, along with 17 grandchildren and 11 great-grandchildren. Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your Sister Islands.
Discover all that our Sister Islands have to offer.
You're invited to tune in to Breeze Radio Saturday evening at 7 o'clock for a special edition of your Yesteryear Musical. Entertaining, informational, enlightening, topical, current, and CI sensitive. That's Saturday evening, 7 o'clock on Breeze Radio, your Yesteryear Musical. Breeze Radio, 105.3 FM in Grand Cayman and 91.9 FM in Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. Breeze Radio.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. We have a caller on WhatsApp. What's up, caller? Good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, OC, and good afternoon to your listeners.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. I hear that Dr. Steve will be joining you soon.
Yes.
Well, I look forward to that, especially that he might want to chime in on some of the things that I want to mention to you.
Okay.
This is like a call, really. I began way back, and I said a few things, and then we had to truncate it, and then Mr. Hurston, I think, called you about some issues relating to the judiciary. So I just want to pick up that discussion.
Okay.
I had said that the appointment of Chief Justice Smelly to the Privy Council, it calls for, I think, a certain examination of certain structural things regarding the Court of Appeal and the Privy Council, as well as his own legacy. And I believe it is fair when a person of that distinction leaves office or moves on to the next major assignment, that you look at his legacy. I think that's fair. It's all very well to say that he has done well, and I don't necessarily disagree with some of the good things that have been said. But I think when you are somebody accountable to the public, people must also look at some things which could have been maybe a downside to your appointment. Not so much to your appointment, but more to your legacy in the previous office. Mm-hmm. Now, I already made the point that I believe that it is wrong structurally for somebody who holds an office substantively as a Court of Appeal judge. He's a Court of Appeal judge in Cayman as well as Court of Appeal judge in Bermuda, and yet he is also substantively now appointed to the Privy Council. And from what I understand, he will be still based in the Cayman Islands, but he will only go to the Privy Council when he is assigned to sit on a particular case. I think that is wrong, because there is no magistrate in Cayman or in any jurisdiction who is also substantively appointed as a High Court judge. If they do act as a High Court judge, they just act because there's a vacancy or because somebody is on leave. But that is something that can be developed another time. But if you look at...
So if I may, what you're talking about is the policy of the Privy Council itself, or?
Yes.
Okay.
The policy of the Privy Council itself, and the appointing the Lord Chancellor who appoints those the judges. I do not think that policy is right. By the way, talking about that, Katina Anglin's case challenging the governor's powers is coming up before the Privy Council. I think it is, according to my Facebook post, which I got from her, is the 18th of March.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and if I remember correctly, one of the judges sitting there will be Dame Janice Pereira, who is a member of the Privy Council, who is also president of the East African Court of Appeal, East Caribbean Court of Appeal.
Yeah, is she from Belize, I believe? Is she Belizean?
She may be from Belize, but I knew her when she was in the British Virgin Islands way back from as far back as, about 2001. Mm-hmm. She may be originally from Belize, but I don't know that. Mm-hmm. But I know that she's been in the British Virgin Islands in practice for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, you see, if you look at what happened when our good Chief Justice was in power in Cayman, you had the case of Justice Bangatal, who was convicted of drunk driving publicly, and she left office. Justice Smelly had nothing but praise for her. I think that was wrong. He should have put himself on the record to say this is not the behavior we expect of judges. There is also the issue of Tempura. Tempura, we have never gotten a full accounting from government as to what happened with Tempura. There was a lot of suspicion, and the only reason why they said, well, the report couldn't be fully released was because they were said, there were a lot of allegations there which have no credibility, and therefore we shouldn't have released them. No, there was a lot of suspicion there, and without mentioning names, I understand one time when there was an application for a search warrant to search a particular place, I understand the judge actually spoke to that particular person who was the object of the search warrant and totally ruined everything, because then the whole element of surprise was destroyed. And that hearing took place for 3 days, and at the end of that, nothing happened. You had also as well the election cases. The election cases and the same-sex marriage cases were particularly bad cases. Actually, when the same-sex marriage case, the Chantel Day case, went to the Court of Appeal, they never even spent time on what Chief Justice Smelly tried to do, because he tried to amend the law. He even drafted a little bit of the law to say this is the way it should read. It should not read that a man should marry a woman, but that it should read one person can marry another person. And they just told him straight away, you can't do that. And to me, that's part of the problem I found with Chief Justice Smelly. He was not able sometimes to divorce himself from the emotions of the case and to decide the case purely according to law. Now, the other thing that I think was a failure.
But you have no evidence of that. That is just your thought process and what you discern.
Yes, because and in any case, that is yes. Well, you are right, also yes. That's what I discern, because when you look at like a string of cases, I can give you, apart from the election cases and the same-sex marriage case, there was a Streeter case way back.
Mm-hmm. Tanya Streeter and her, actually the husband, in relation to his conviction for theft, I believe it was.
It was precisely.
Yeah.
It was the husband
Paul Streeter
for theft. Exactly, yeah. And they wanted to deport him, and they deported him. And then when it went to court, the Chief Justice said, "Oh no, but you see, you can't do that. It's excessive and so forth." When it went to the Court of Appeal, the Court of Appeal said, "No. Once a policy is made by a government that if you are convicted, that is something they will take into account. There's a margin of appreciation they should have. And if you read anything relating to human rights and judicial review, they will tell you that authorities should always have that little margin of appreciation." So when I look at these number of cases, from election cases, same-sex marriage case, Streeter case, and some other cases, I just get the impression, and this is my impression, somebody else might get a different impression. I get the impression he used to have a problem divorcing himself from the emotions of the case and deciding a case according to law.
Caller, can you point out then, why don't we balance this out? Can you point to any cases where you feel that he made clear and decisive decisions?
Well, one case which is very good is Hutchinson Green. The Hutchinson Green, you remember, that's the case where this lady applied for status, for PR, and then she got a number of points from the board. And then they rejected, she didn't meet the number of points required, so she appealed to the, what's the tribunal again? That
Immigration Appeals Tribunal.
Yes, she appealed to that, and in the intervening period, she had enhanced her studies. She got some extra diploma here and there, and yet when she went to that tribunal, the tribunal actually removed some marks. Instead of her remaining constant or even getting a few more points, she ended up getting even less points. Okay, and then she went to the Grand Court, and at that time, the rulings from the Grand Court were generally that once the tribunal makes a decision, they were free to either increase the points or reduce the points, and that the court couldn't interfere with that. That was the case law up to that point in time. But what Chief Justice Smith did, and which I think was very, very good, was that he said, well, yes, that is true. But when something relates to fundamental human rights or something really important like that, and then a decision is made where instead of your points going up, actually they go down. There is what he called heightened scrutiny. You must check it very, very carefully, because at that point, then the court cannot keep saying that, the tribunal can make whatever decision it wants. And that was a very, very good decision, and some very good lawyers argued it. By the way, that case, I used it against Chief Justice Smelly when I was fighting this matter, which is still in the Court of Appeal, because I was saying, well, this is, if you can say in relation to that a person, because their fundamental rights are being affected, the court has got a duty to really get into it. How about in my case, where I pointed out that I had 13 emails showing that the judge was lying? Why are you saying you can't get into that because it is according to his discretion? And I used that against him, but I didn't succeed, of course, because, the usual thing.
Caller, I want to thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much. I look forward to a discussion with Dr. Steve, and we'll talk soon.
Certainly. Thank you very much, caller. One of our listeners has written, and we've had several questions before about civil servants, the role that civil servants should play during the elections in terms of, party membership and supporting candidates publicly and everything else. So I'm going to share with you when we return from the Deputy Governor's website a personnel circular number 8 that was issued in 2024 in relation to political activities of civil servants and employees of statutory authorities and government-owned companies. So those of you who have an interest in this, please stay tuned. Talk Today will be back shortly.
Cayman, the time for proven stable leadership is now. Join me, Joey Hugh, at the PPM campaign launch, Saturday, March 8th, 7 p.m. Compass Green. Meet the team, hear the vision, be a part of the movement. We're moving forward. See you Saturday, March 8th, Compass Green, 7 p.m.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Easter vacation is just around the corner, and Cayman Airways has added multiple extra flights to some of your favorite destinations, some of mine too. Look here, they got seats available now for booking on extra Easter flights between Grand Cayman and Kingston, La Ceiba, Miami, Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and you can even catch a non-stop flight to Montego Bay for Easter. Check it out. You can visit CaymanAirways.com, contact a local travel agent, or call Cayman Airways Reservations on 949-2311. And don't wait too long though, because these extra Easter seats always sell fast. Be sure to add your Sir Turtle Rewards number to your booking so you can earn more miles for more free trips this year. Well, I know where I'm going. I'll see you on board our uniquely Caymanian airline for Easter.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN money transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
Attention Cayman! Transform your kitchen for less with Granite Express, Cayman's big clearance sale. Sale has now been extended till March 18. Get huge discounts on granite and quartz kitchen countertops. Plus, refresh your space with our cabinet respray services for as low as $3,950. If you only want a countertop, prices start at $2,150. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit Granite Express Cayman today or call 922-0424 for a free estimate. That's 922-0424. Granite Express. Quality stone. Unbeatable prices.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. Any callers on hold? Susan? None? Okay, so we have Personnel Circular 8 of 2024. It was issued on effective date the 21st of October 2024, and it will be in effect until it is suspended. It was last reviewed on the 21st of October, and the next review date will be October of 2028. We do have a WhatsApp caller, but I at least want to do the introduction of this before I go to the caller. So the purpose of the circular is to ensure that all employees are aware of the requirements under the Public Service Management Act 2018 revision, specifically the requirements under the Code of Conduct to be politically neutral and to serve the government of the day in a way that ensures that confidence in public servants / the public service can be maintained. Also to ensure that employees know that they can exercise their right to be politically informed without compromising their political neutrality. Also, it explains the extent to which employees may take part in political activities. It provides practical examples of appropriate and inappropriate involvement in political activities, and it provides guidance to those public servants who wish to declare and run for political office. And this particular circular replaces circular number 1 of 2021, which dealt with political activities in 2021. So it appears from this that the Deputy Governor's Office every election year will issue a circular, and I guess its appropriateness and its content has to do then with the particular period that we're talking about, because things can change from within 4 years, in between 4 years as well. Let's grab our caller. What's up, caller? Good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. O.C. Rambo speaking.
Hey, good afternoon, Rambo. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Good weather. Bleak, overcast, and today my father's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Son Brains, electrician. God bless him.
Want to wish him a happy birthday? Yes.
Yeah, he good, man. He good. And now, OC, give me a few minutes and wrap up my thing now.
Yeah, man.
OC differently, right? Nobody won't have an inquest of independence or withdraw from UK Union Jack, you know. It may be relevant or irrelevant, but we try. I went England 1994 now. It's OC 6 weeks, right? Before I left it in a beautiful place. But I know we try strengthen our relationship with the UK and us. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What pertains about this afternoon, Mr. OC, right? The national vote, right? It's a national issue, Mr. OC, and gradually intertwine and integrate a reform law in its great significance, hence the future welfare of the entire country, right? Despite the caliber of demographic now.
Mm-hmm.
So we addressing the referenda per se, national voters across the board. You understand what I'm saying, Mr. OC? And you see the currently now the topic now, as simple as it is, it's symbolic, you know. It's a starting point, right? And that there, right? That shouldn't pass in that for a long time. Yeah, but I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But the incentive of it is a discrimination in all the countries. It was proliferated from that time there. Okay? And Mr. OC, importantly, the future election, after this election, we know they go in the same path now. Narrow political interests. So, like I say, the national vote, however, have the mandate of we the Cayman people. So, we can afford to miss that train or ship.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, whenever you have Mr. Teresa on again, because Mr. OC, you need a woman sometimes to be there now. The estrogen hormones now.
Yes.
You need a woman to be there. You understand? The estrogen hormones to neutralize everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like OC, in this election now, currently, in President, some electorates, they're timid and have a lot of skepticism. Right? So, we the Cayman voice now, we need to have take ownership down the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mr. OC? Enjoy weekend, bro.
Okay, thank you very much, Rambo. You do the same as well, and thanks, for your contribution there as well. Break now, Miss Susan. No, this is the one now that goes until 1:45, is it? Yes. Okay. So if there are no callers, I will continue the Deputy Governor's circular issued in 2024, August, I believe I said, of 2024, in relation to the guidance for civil servants and public servants during the election season. So here we go, the introduction. As the Cayman Islands approaches the 2025 general elections, it is important that all public servants be reminded of the need to conduct themselves in a manner which is politically neutral, ensuring that they may maintain the confidence of any future government. Political neutrality is the bedrock of our public service values and is strictly required in keeping with the Public Servants Code of Conduct. Under the Cayman Islands Constitution, public officers enjoy the freedom to express their opinions as well as freedom of assembly and association. However, the Constitution also recognizes that those individual rights and freedoms may be subject to reasonable restrictions in the interest of, amongst other things, ensuring the proper performance by public officers in their functions. Accordingly, while public servants, like other citizens, are entitled to participate in the lead up to election day by being informed about political matters and ultimately by voting, there may be limitations on the activities that they can undertake or participate in. The purpose of this policy, and it goes on, I think I shared this before. So the purpose of this policy is to ensure that all employees are aware of the requirements under the Public Service Management Act, specifically the requirements under the Code of Conduct to be politically neutral, to serve the government of the day in a way that ensures that confidence in public servants / public service can be maintained. Ensure that employees know how they can exercise their right to be politically informed without compromising their political neutrality. Explains the extent to which employees may take part in political activities. To provide practical examples of appropriate and inappropriate involvement in political activities, including providing guidance around political activities that occur on social media, and to provide guidance to those public servants who wish to declare and run for political office. This policy should be read in conjunction with the public service values and the Code of Conduct, the Public Service Management Act, and the Bill of Rights in the Cayman Islands Constitution. Okay, and it talks about the legal authority as well. Talks about, so it says here we go. The values which govern the management and operation of the public service, in particular, the public service values prescribes in subsection 4A and B the requirements to serve diligently the government of the day, the parliament, and the public in an apolitical, impartial, and courteous manner, and to deliver high-quality policy advice and service, and to uphold the proper administration of justice and the principles of natural justice, and to support the public participation in the democratic process. Code of Conduct in Section 5, subsection 2D of the Public Service Management Act provides that public servants, as members of the public, have the right to be politically informed, but must ensure that their participation does not conflict with their obligation as a public servant to be politically neutral. Further, Section 5, subsection 2C of the Public Service Management Act requires public servants to be politically neutral in their work and serve the government of the day in a way that ensures that they maintain the confidence of the government while also ensuring that they are able to establish the same professional and impartial relationship with future government. What does this mean? The reference sections of the Code of Conduct seek to appropriately balance a public servant's right to be politically informed with their duty to remain politically neutral and maintain the government's confidence in the public service. Neutrality is a required attribute of public servants to ensure that the public service can be trusted to carry out the mandates of successive governments. The Cayman Islands government does not seek to prevent public servants from participating in political activities and fully respects the right of public servants to be politically informed. Notwithstanding, the Cayman Islands government also seeks to ensure that any participation in political activities by public servants does not cause or be reasonably perceived as causing public servants to be seen as politically biased and consequently unable to serve the government of the day. All public servants should ensure that they know and understand what is permitted under the Code of Conduct, and this policy to ensure that any participation in political activities is appropriate to their role. It talks about the scope as well. Let's see what if there's anything else. This talks about okay, let's look at exercising democratic rights. While eligible public servants are urged to exercise their democratic right by casting their vote in the 2025 general elections, keeping the provisions of the Code of Conduct and the policy in mind as they gather the information required to make an informed decision, there are no restrictions on the democratic right individuals have on election day in terms of who they vote for, and public servants should vote for the candidates of their choice. So they have given some examples of appropriate and inappropriate political activity. Public servants have the right to be politically informed and are entitled to gather information, ask questions, and take other reasonable actions to enable them to make an informed decision on election day. However, they should not engage in any activities that cause them to violate or can reasonably be perceived as a violation of the Code of Conduct. So what we see from this is this is the one that is instructive. Examples of appropriate participation in political activities. Attending political meetings as a general member of the crowd or as an online viewer on a social media platform, provided that you, and I guess this is an example of appropriate, so you can attend general meetings or you can participate as an online viewer on social media platforms, provided that you do not use an official Cayman Islands government social media account. Also, that you do not like or comment on the live stream or post. Wow, that one is interesting. Ooh, can't comment. Receiving and reviewing campaign literature or materials provided, so you can receive or review campaign materials, provided that you avoid posting online or otherwise publicly displaying, for instance, in Cayman Islands government offices, on personal or company vehicles, on personal property, etc., campaign literature and material. So it would appear that on your personal property, does that include your house or your yard where you're not allowed to have anything posted? Very interesting. You are allowed to listen to radio talk shows, thank you, podcasts or similar, where political candidates or parties are featured. You're allowed to meet with candidates at your private residence to discuss their manifestos/plans. You are allowed to privately ask political candidates initial or follow-up questions for clarity, your understanding of political matters. You're allowed to discuss political considerations and choices in a private capacity and in a confidential forum, such as with a spouse or partner or in a private dwelling. Here are examples of inappropriate participation in political activities. Being actively involved in political meetings by speaking, being on the platform/stage, distributing literature, including through social media, or other activity that promotes a particular candidate, political party, or group of candidates. Another example of inappropriate participation in political activities is actively participating in online political campaigning, including posting, comments, sharing, or publicly forwarding political messages/campaign literature, or liking the campaign material messages of particular candidates, groups, or of candidates or political parties. Expressing views. It's inappropriate to express views, given interviews on political matters, candidates, or political parties in letters to the press, or in books, articles, leaflets, or on social media. You're not allowed to advocate for or against candidates, groups of candidates, political parties, or campaigns. You're not allowed to canvass and collect funds in support of or on behalf of a political party or candidate. You are not allowed to hold office in or taking part in the management of political party or organization. You are not allowed to provide information to political candidates, including incumbent ministers, parties, or the general public regarding the operation of the government, policy initiatives, internal communications, or management decisions made by the government of the day, other than as authorized through the Cayman Islands government methods. You are not allowed to authorize campaign signage to be erected on personal property, such as a residence or a business owned or occupied by public servants. You are not allowed to place bumper stickers, flags, or similar political paraphernalia on personal or government property, such as a company or personal vehicle or Cayman Islands government office, or wearing such items in a public setting. You are not allowed to support candidates via radio broadcasts, including phoning into radio talk shows to respond to discussions about particular candidates or parties, or doing the same through live broadcasts on social media. You are not allowed to provide personal views on a candidate or candidates or political party to the media. You're not allowed to publicly share via social media or in print politically themed or inspired memes. You're not allowed to take part in any political activity when on duty or in uniform, including CIG branded polo shirts or gear or an official premise or an unofficial premises, unless being undertaken as part of your official public duty as sanctioned by your organization. For example, chief officer assigned by the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service to undertake crowd control at an event. You are not allowed to attend politically convened or sponsored functions or events in your official capacity as a public servant. So you can attend as a citizen, but not as a public servant. Have to go to commercial break now, Ms. Susan. There's still one part here about declaring or running for political office. We have really already passed that point, so it's too late to do that now, but I will share that portion with you as well. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned. Talk today. We'll be back shortly.
Forward, forward, forward with PPM.
Cayman, the time for proven stable leadership is now. Join me, Joey Hugh, at the PPM campaign launch, Saturday, March 8th, 7 p.m. Compass Screen. Meet the team, hear the vision, be a part of the movement. We're moving forward. See you Saturday, March 8th, Compass Screen, 7 p.m.
Moving forward with PPM.
Easter vacation is just around the corner, and Cayman Airways has added multiple extra flights to some of your favorite destinations, some of mine too. Look here, they got seats available now for booking on extra Easter flights between Grand Cayman and Kingston, La Ceiba, Miami, Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and you can even catch a non-stop flight to Montego Bay for Easter. Check it out. You can visit CaymanAirways.com, contact a local travel agent, or call Cayman Airways Reservations on 949-2311. And don't wait too long though, because these extra Easter seats always sell fast. Be sure to add your Sir Turtle Rewards number to your booking so you can earn more miles for more free trips this year. Well, I know where I'm going. I'll see you on board a uniquely Caymanian airline for Easter.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Subway and Oreo has changed the dessert game. Introducing the Oreo footlong cookie, a full 12 inches of chocolatey, creamy goodness. It's big, it's bold, and it's here for a limited time. Perfect for sharing or not. We won't judge. Want it fast? Order ahead with the Subway Cayman Islands app for quick pickup and earn loyalty points, or get it delivered straight to your door with Bento and Let's Eat. Don't wait. Treat yourself today. The Oreo footlong cookie is calling your name. Subway. Eat fresh. Snack sweet.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At Valley Med Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin are the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Town. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Your mornings just got a whole lot buzzier. Join me, Kathy Miller, every Tuesday and Thursday from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. on The Buzz, Radio Cayman's morning talk show with insight, impact, and inspiration, covering business, policy, finance, health, culture, and the biggest local and global issues impacting our Cayman community. With fresh perspectives from younger generations to stories of inspiration from local entrepreneurs. Tune in and turn up Tuesday and Thursday mornings, 7:30 to 9:30 with me, Kathy Miller, on The Buzz. The Buzz.
You know, our parents have stepped up when times were tough because they were, and in many ways they still are. Did you know the Ministry of Sustainability and Climate Resiliency and Wellness is offering a free online training March the 20th and the 27th? It's really good for builders and contractors. You get to learn about the new energy efficiency guidelines covering installation efficient appliances and ventilation to lower energy costs, which can save money and boost property value. Great builders don't just build, they build smarter. Register now www.gov.ky/energy and keep your knowledge up to date.
The Cayman Community Party is launching and you're invited. Join us Saturday, March 8th from 5 to 9 at Pedro St. James for an evening of community, connection, and conversation. Live music from Heat and Vashti Bodin, fun for the kids, and real talk with TCCP candidates, plus local food and district booths.
The Caymanian Community Party is doing things differently. This isn't about speeches. It's about bringing people together, listening, and shaping a better future.
Admission is free, so bring the whole family. Learn more at Vote TCCP or follow us on social media. TCCP, enough is enough. The change starts now.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. So, Miss Susan, I'm wondering that beautiful background music, that rhythmic background music that is played on those political commercials. I wonder if civil servants are allowed to move their body to the music. You know, I have to check and see if that is in the code there as well. Do we have a caller? Let's grab the caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
I sure didn't dance to it. What a mess. I heard all the rules and regulations.
Yes, lots of them, lots.
And I hope that abide by them. But, I see so many different size signs out here. Some are little baby signs. Some of them is put down so unprofessional. Some is so professional. It's like a race going on that like everybody ready to win. And what a mess! But and AU.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! I want to hit you with this one first. I heard a MP say that he's a running candidate now. The house has closed down, and I am joking and I am serious. Are you telling me now that this island is running itself now until the next new government comes in?
Not so. They're still members of parliament. They still get paid. So they should still, to a certain extent, represent their constituents.
Yeah, well.
And of course,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and of course, the cabinet is still there. They're caretakers. They can't make any significant decisions, but they're there as well. And of course, if something were to happen, we hope it doesn't, that Parliament has to be recalled, and they're all there because they get paid for it. They're getting paid.
Well, from what I gather, and it's funny and it's serious that the island is running itself now because I'm an MP, but the house is closed now, so I am a running candidate. Can you imagine the audacity of our people? I don't know what they'd be thinking. They need to be more careful how they word themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to to getting back in and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, I'll leave that there. Yes, I was talking to my girlfriend, and she was telling me that NAU, she went over $12 on her on her information that they gave her to get whatever they're going to give her. So by going over $12 from what she showed them in her bills, they subtracted $150 from what she would be getting.
Wow.
Over $12. And I know this is true. But now woman is a big, you know what, woman? Hard woman. And she wouldn't lie, lie about that. Also, the cars on our roads, they come with lights on them from the factory, right? Do they have the right and the right to come and put on additional lights on their vehicle and run our streets with them to blind us and use them? They don't use them when they should use them. You understand? And there's a lot of decorative lights on their vehicles. I mean, what are we trying to prove here in Cayman? Is it a part of the road that we're driving that you can just, is it a part of the road for some people? Why are the law allowing them to add additional lights to their vehicle that the key is sufficient?
I don't think the law allows it. I think the difficulty is enforcing because it's usually done after the vehicle has been inspected. Yes.
So now you say that we got 10 traffic police officers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when 10 is off, and then 5 is off, 5 is working. That's what I can gather. They need to stop this thing about making it work for 3 and 4 days and knocking them off. They need to be on a 9 to 5 shift, that all of them is working, because then our population is growing. We don't have sufficient help on our roads. Don't care how many cameras you put up. I can drive this road for hours and can't see one police car on it, OC, for such a small island. Sometimes the visitors ask, do you guys have any police officers in the island? I say, we sure do. They say, well, we've been driving for the last 2 hours. I haven't seen one. But I feel if the police department cannot handle what's happening out here, and I heard something on the news that they were saying that this is not in law. They got to go to the legislative assembly and put this in and take that out to get our laws better for the road and blah, 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 blah. Why don't they come up with something to invite us off to the road to come in and talk with us and let us help them catch some of these culprits with their speeding and then not to driving. You know what I mean? I would love to have that job. I would love to have that job, because I'm going to tell you something, the amount of stuff that I see on the road, I wonder if anyone else sees it, and if they've seen it, why are they so quiet about the situation? You know what I want to see change in this island, see? We got too many liquor stores on this island. There's one in Orrett Conner. You got guys driving and drinking. You got them on bicycles riding and drinking. We should not have our liquor stores open from 10 till 10. They need to cut up that morning shift, because people is working and drinking these beers as they go along. If you think that 6 beers can't drink you got another guest coming. And we don't even know the mental department of that individual after they drink those or before they drink the beers, or even pouring liquor into a Pepsi can. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I just hope that we can get some new changes coming next year, because then if we can't get some new changes, we may as well don't even vote nobody no more. We might just let everybody be wild, wild, wild west.
But we don't want to wait till next year. We want it this year, after April 30th.
Well, no, next year. I mean this year here. I mean this year.
Got you.
These new members and so forth. And I know one thing: if you got a few little young ones, so you can look for it. They can use them for mashed potatoes up in our house. Them poor little guys and ladies, they can use them for mashed potatoes. They're not got strong enough back like Nikiva go. Nikiva go when he go on the back there that nobody can. Y'all when they say he did I go on a box still standing at that McKeever bush. Anyhow.
Okay.
McKeever's my man. All right, talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. Take care. Have a good weekend as well, folks. Top of the hour. Headline news again, Ms. Susan. When we return, the conversation will continue. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
This is the People's Radio Station. Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With a look at your latest headlines, I'm Jevi Ebanks. The Parliament will host the 18th Youth Parliament debate on Monday, the 10th of March, featuring 25 local students. The annual event allows the youth to engage in legislative debate, policy discussion, and the democratic process. Over the past 5 months, students prepared by learning parliamentary rules and procedures. Honorable Catherine Ebanks Wilkes, chair of the Youth Parliament Organizing Committee, praised the students' dedication. The debate will feature motions on reducing the cost of living and implementing a sex offender registry, reflecting some of the concerns of Cayman's youth. In regional news, JetBlue Airways has postponed the resumption of flights to Haiti until at least the 11th of June, citing ongoing civil unrest and security concerns. The decision comes ahead of the Federal Aviation Administration's ruling on lifting or extending the current flight ban, initially imposed due to gang violence targeting U.S. aircraft. In other regional news, the Caribbean Court of Justice has overturned the Belize Court of Appeal's decision, reinstating a lower court's ruling that Arturo Matos does not have riparian rights over parcel 5031, owned by New Deal Limited along the Belize River. The CCJ emphasized that the riparian rights are only applicable to land directly abutting a natural watercourse, which the Court of Justice says Matos' land does not. That is your latest headlines. I'm Jevi Ebanks.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Message us at 925-3261 on WhatsApp today and get active with Radio Cayman.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
Forward, forward, forward with BPM.
Cayman, the time for proven stable leadership is now. Join me, Joey Hugh, at the PPM campaign launch, Saturday, March 8th, 7 p.m. Compass Green. Meet the team, hear the vision, be a part of the movement. We're moving forward. See you Saturday, March 8th, Compass Green, 7 p.m.
We're moving forward with BPM.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. We have a half an hour left to go in the program. One more commercial break at 2:15 as well. Any callers on hold, Miss Susan? We have a WhatsApp caller. Let's grab that caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, thanks.
I am talking about the drivers on the road and things like that. The other lady was talking there.
Mm-hmm.
Even it seems like everybody crazy when they're not speeding. They're doing some crazy things. In the nighttime, they want dim the lights and they overtake you, and then they come right back and you're lean. That sometimes you got to hit your brakes from running into them. They're not got much common sense to know that I am moving along too.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to go the distance. Otherwise, I could hit them. And if I hit them, then they can say my fault because I hit them from behind. But they cut right back in front of you, And then they want them the lights, and these dark-skinned people is walking in the night with black clothes on. You can't hardly see them. I mean, I try to wear something light-colored so we can see them because the oncoming traffic is blinding us, But these guys here, this foreigners especially, they don't know nothing about the dim lights.
Mm-hmm. Even the light-skinned ones with dark clothing, difficult to see as well.
Yes. You should people walking along the road. They should have much common sense to know to wear something light-colored in the night. But they just don't care. Nobody don't care about nothing no more. Look at the whole world gone crazy.
Yes. I don't know what the motor vehicles. It must be something in those vehicles that come from Taiwan and Japan. It must be something, in them that is causing it. I don't know.
No, but I mean, I'm sure they got a dim switch.
Yeah, a lot of drivers don't know what that is or where it is located. I believe, sir.
I think so too. Cause I've been dim my lights back and forth trying to get them to dim my lights, and they just keep driving on bright lights and blinding you.
Yeah.
And in life is so that happens. So somebody walking the same time with dark clothes on, it's an accident waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know, what's wrong with people. They look like they lost their mind or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you very much for that, sir. Right here on For the Talk today, and for the record, we will continue to place emphasis on driving safely, driving responsibly in the Cayman Islands, and I will continue to push for more stringent requirements when it comes to the importation of vehicles on this island. We just simply have too many. And driving is a privilege. It is not a right. It is a privilege for people to drive, not a right. Okay. So like I said, declaring and running for political office, the circular, DG circular in relation to that, a little bit too late if you're planning for this election, if you're a public servant or a civil servant, a little bit late, but who knows, there may be a by-election, or in 2029, you may be ready as well. So what the circular says, the guidelines, where a public servant intends to declare and run for political office, the public servant must, 1, vacate their post within the public service by retirement, resignation, etc., and not undertake any political activities such as canvassing to promote themselves or their campaign until after their employment within the public service has ended. Doesn't give a time frame with this. I'm not sure whether or not there's any other document that speaks to that. So what happens if you fail to comply with these provisions of this circular? Failure to comply. The provisions of this policy are intended to ensure compliance with the Public Servants Code of Conduct. During election cycles, failure to comply with the Public Servants Code of Conduct is a serious matter which may provide grounds for disciplinary action, including dismissal. And if you want any further advice on the circular, questions on this circular should be directed to your HR manager, human resource manager, or the dedicated mailbox for HR queries at cighconnect@gov.ky. And this was signed by the acting chief officer in the portfolio of the civil service. So there you are, folks. It's there. I'm wondering whether or not government has prominently posted this somewhere on their websites for staff members so that it is readily available. If it hasn't been done, maybe that is something that should be done as well. Some very important news I want to share with you as well. We have a caller. Oh, we do. Sorry about that, Miss Susan. I didn't hear you. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Oti. How are you doing, sir?
Good afternoon. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. I just have a question. I catching little bits and snippets because I'm in and out of my vehicle.
Okay.
But I heard you read something earlier. I don't know if it's the theme circular you just read or
part of it. Yeah.
Okay. Question now. Has this always been in play, or something happened why this has been?
No, every election year this is put out by the deputy governor's office. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next question. So let's say a government employee takes a sabbatical.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take a sabbatical, does that count? Can you run, or you have to retire? You have to leave.
The words that they use here in terms of resignation, I'll let me find it for you to tell you exactly what it says in relation to it says declaring and running for a political office. Where a public servant intends to declare and run for political office, the public servant must vacate their post within the public service by retirement, resignation, and then it uses etc. So that means that there could be other means as well.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether or not sabbatical is included in that. We know, like, for instance, in the private sector, you can ask for a leave of absence.
That's correct.
You know, whether or not that is allowed in the public service. And while I have you on the phone, do you have a view in terms of if you are a civil servant, you demit your position, you leave your position to run for political office, and if you are unsuccessful, should you or should you not have the ability to be able to at least apply to return to the public service and to serve again? Because there have been precedent-setting instances of this.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I asked, because obviously you have, if it was me, or let's just say there are very prominent people that have been in government for years, 20 years, 15 years, and I mean, they're not ready to retire, but you know, they're very vocal. They're in the community. You know, they're involved in Lions Club or Road to Rock or stuff like that. So they feel like, okay, I think I can contribute something to the community or the Cayman Islands based on my knowledge from the government and me dealing with young people and the community, the older folks. I'm just speaking in broad terms. So I know people take career breaks. I mean, the etc. might fall into that. Might be a career break, but you don't necessarily want to leave, but you want to see, okay, can I contribute something more? Because you have people that are very genuine and feel that they see something or they're very they feel like they can improve the government.
Yes,
and
can
the government need,
have something to contribute. Yes.
Correct. Not saying that. I don't want to say the government did a bad or good job, but I'm just saying that you have some people that, with their knowledge of being in the private, in private or public sector or both, working both and now in government, they know things and see things that they can actually help the Caymanian people. So I'm just saying that you don't necessarily want to retire because you're probably not to that age. So you say, okay, well, I probably got 10 years left in me. Let me see if I can, try my hand at getting in. That's why I asked if a sabbatical would qualify or a career break.
Yeah.
So,
and I would imagine also it may also depend on the way that you conduct your campaign. If you conduct your campaign in such a way that you are promoting your abilities and your attributes and not a negative campaign, talking about what you can do and what you would do and limit it to that. And if you were unsuccessful, you could use that and say, listen, I wasn't being partisan in any way. I was just selling myself.
Correct. And you're not bashing the government or you're not bashing anyone. Yeah. I would say, that just my. I mean, I'm a past civil servant, so
I recognize the voice.
Yes, sir. I just asked him because obviously I know someone asked me, and I said, well, I'm not sure. So I'll find out. But I guess the extra part, when the document is, the document is obviously published, so I guess it must be one of those qualifications. But okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, caller.
Yes, sir.
Have a good weekend. Please stay safe as well. Folks, we're going to take our last commercial break. Please stay tuned. Talk today. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Easter vacation is just around the corner, and Cayman Airways has added multiple extra flights to some of your favorite destinations, some of mine too. Look here, they got seats available now for booking on extra Easter flights between Grand Cayman and Kingston, La Ceiba, Miami, Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and you can even catch a non-stop flight to Montego Bay for Easter. Check it out. You can visit CaymanAirways.com, contact a local travel agent, or call Cayman Airways Reservations on 949-2311. And don't wait too long though, because these extra Easter seats always sell fast. Be sure to add your Sir Turtle Rewards number to your booking so you can earn more miles for more free trips this year. Well, I know where I'm going. I'll see you on board a uniquely Caymanian airline for Easter.
Freedom, Cayman Brac. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer. The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter will be taking appointments February 22nd to the 28th at his Crew Road Clinic. Appointment slots are limited whether you're seeking advanced skin care, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles. Dr. Wayne Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email Dr. Porter Cayman at gmail.com. That's drportercayman@gmail.com. Call 946-9020 to book your appointment today. That's 946-9020.
The Cayman Community Party is launching, and you're invited. Join us Saturday, March 8th from 5 to 9 at Pedro St. James for an evening of community, connection, and conversation. Live music from Heat and Vashti Bodin, fun for the kids, and real talk with TCCP candidates, plus local food and district booths.
The Caymanian Community Party is doing things differently. This isn't about speeches. It's about bringing people together, listening, and shaping a better future.
Admission is free, so bring the whole family. Learn more at Vote TCCP or follow us on social media. TCCP, enough is enough. The change starts now.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. We have two callers on hold. They're likely to be the last two callers. Before we go to the callers, though, in response to the circular issued by the Deputy Governor's Office and as well as reference to the Code of Conduct, the person says, thanks, it is needed. However, it seems odd that one can seek information or clarification but cannot speak at a meeting or online. Politicians can't all come to our private homes to discuss our questions. I would, and this is just my interpretation of it, when the circular refers to speak, it means to speak at a political meeting and promoting either a party or a candidate. I don't believe that speak means that you're not able to ask a question at a public meeting. If the floor is open to questions and you want to ask a question, I believe they're talking about making statements and promoting as opposed to querying. Two callers. Let's grab the first caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Hi, Mr. O.C. Suzanne Boswell.
Hi. How are you?
I am good. I'm online listening.
Thank you.
Yes, so I wanted to touch base about two things.
Mm-hmm.
The first being the traffic issue and the road safety issues. I would ask that after the election season, if you can bring somebody from the NRA and somebody, I think there's a government committee that reviews like road safety and so forth.
Uh-huh.
If you can get them on to talk about exactly what are the measures that they are putting in place to improve road safety. Because I think people have a couple of ideas. I think that there needs to be dialogue on the issue. I listened to the older gentleman, and I think a lot of what's happening is that there's just no communication, no formal communication around road users, right? I drive on the road all the time, and in the evenings I am just speechless of how many vehicles are on the road when dusk is coming. And there are no lights on their cars.
Mm-hmm.
They're driving with no lights in the dark. And I am just flabbergasted. I don't understand how that situation arises. I mean, I can drive down, and in the space of 10 minutes, I'll see 4 or 5 cars in dark, not with their lights on.
Yes.
Right?
And even early in the mornings as well.
Yes, extremely dangerous. I've seen the government put in some of these electronic signs that tell you to slow down and so forth.
Right.
And I think they're pretty good. I think they kind of help to prompt the human being because the roads are bigger, and I think it's very easy to go faster. So I think that there are some strategies that the government can employ island-wide, particularly along big roads, busy roads, fast roads, when you're transitioning from going at a higher speed to a lower speed. And also more signage reminding people of the speed limit that you're at.
Yes.
Sometimes, particularly when you cross over the 30 miles an hour to the 50 mile an hour, particularly in the east, sometimes you kind of lose track
Yes.
about where you are. So I think a lot can be done, and I think there needs to be a lot more dialogue, particularly around the vehicles that are being let in on the island, about non-compliance for people who are driving without being qualified, the whole fiasco with people driving without insurance. I mean, I think there's a lot of chaos going on in the country regarding road users, and there is no avenue for dialogue.
Yes, so true.
So,
true.
I'm going to invite you, whether it is a talk today or for the record, that we get the powers that be on and open up the floor for dialogue. I admire you being a sole campaigner, but I do not think that is enough.
Mhm.
Do I think it is appropriate?
Yep.
Right? We are all road users.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. So, on the other thing regarding civil servants, I think that the country and the country needs to consider we are a very small population of Caymanians who are eligible to run for elections, and there should be means by which the widest possible opportunity group can run. If you have your public service being mainly Caymanian or highly Caymanian, that means your brightest Caymanian brains, the majority of them, may very well be in the civil service.
Yep.
So then you are already cutting off by your knees a good percentage of your potential leaders for your country. And I do know in other countries there are ways in which civil servants can, who are holding offices at a certain level, can enter and exit the civil service at appropriate times. Not necessarily those who hold the highest post, but those who hold somewhat mid-level to lower level positions, right? So I think it is something that requires more food for thought, more investigation, and I hope that I'm pretty sure that if it comes on the table, that a mature perspective will be taken, right?
Yep.
I don't. Our voters are not what they call fool. Our voters are very sensible.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And so I think that we can have proper dialogue on that. But I'll leave you to the other caller to give their contribution.
Thank you very much. And please keep in touch. You have so much to offer. Let's grab our last caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome. Oh, no more calls. That caller went by the way. Okay. This gives me, we're going to close the phone lines off because I want to share with our audience this message that has come from the Health Services Authority in relation to measles. So Public Health acknowledges measles case in Miami, and they are urging continued vaccination efforts. The Public Health Department is reinforcing its call for measles awareness and vaccination following the confirmation of a measles case in Miami, Florida. With ongoing outbreaks in several U.S. states, including Texas, New York, and Georgia, regional travel increases the risk of importation of measles cases. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Nick Gent is quoted as stating, "The identification of a measles case in Miami highlights the importance of ensuring our population is protected against the highly contagious disease. Vaccination is the best defense against measles, and we encourage all parents to check their children's immunization status. The MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is usually administered at 15 months and 18 months. However, prior to the recent outbreak in the United States, the Ministry of Health and the Public Health Department had been in the process of revising the national immunization schedule, administer the first dose of MMR at 12 months instead of 15 months. This adjustment which aligns with current international immunization guidelines, is planned for implementation in the coming months to enhance early protection against measles. We are encouraging parents of 1-year-olds to take advantage of the upcoming vaccination clinics this Saturday. That is what has been said by Dr. Samuel Williams Rodriguez, who is the medical officer of health. He goes on to say that this proactive approach will help ensure that young children receive the protection they need earlier, reducing their risk of exposure. In response to the latest situation, the Public Health Department will be increasing access to the special MMR vaccination clinics on Saturday, the 8th of March from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to include the Georgetown Public Health Clinic, 2nd floor Smith Road Medical Center, West Bay Health Center, and Bordentown Health Center. In Cayman Brac, at the Aston Ruddy Medical Wing, a special walk-in MMR vaccination clinic, MMR vaccination clinic will be held on Wednesday, the 12th of March from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. These clinics are open to all individuals needing to update their vaccinations, with a focus on young children and school-age children. Parents and guardians are reminded to bring their child's immunization record for review. If a child is missing a dose of the MMR vaccine, it will be administered on site at no cost to patients, regardless of their insurance provider. And if you want more information on the vaccination schedules or to check your immunization status, you can contact the Public Health Department at 244-2648 or 244-2889, or you can visit their website at www.hsa.ky. You can also, so that is it. So folks, I want to thank all of you who made this broadcast of Talk Today so successful. Those who participated, those who by either calling in or sending WhatsApp messages or otherwise, I say to you, please stay safe, enjoy the weekend, and as usual, we ask the good Lord to bless these 3 beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.